So let's go ahead and get into this. Holy crap! Yeah, let's just say the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft has just finished, and holy crap, was it a crazy one. Oh man. Well, like I said in my last video, the Minnesota Vikings traded with the Detroit Lions and moved down to the 32nd overall pick. And with that, they drafted Lewis Cine, or still not exactly 100% sure how you pronounce it or whatever, but it just, I mean, again, Lewis Cine, again, I still don't know exactly how 100% you pronounce his name. Seems like he's a missile, he's speedy, he's a thumper. Kind of sounds to me like almost like an Andrew Sendejo type. Maybe. But again, like I say, apparently Kwesi and those guys were really looking at him like towards the middle of the draft. Like in the late teens and stuff like that. But again, I mean, you did have your choice at some really, really top level corners and defensive backs at that point. Granted, Stingley and Sauce Gardner, I think, left, were drafted way before I thought, a lot of mock drafts had them. But, again, yeah, that's just, I mean, yeah. And by the way, what is it with the Packers and not drafting receivers in the first round? Granted, I mean, they did pick up some more defensive pieces, but it's like, anyway, like I say, I'm kind of all over the place here because tonight was literally all over the place. And, well, the main reason why I really wanted to make this video is, well, a couple massive, and I mean massive, trades happened that I did not see coming. Well, the first trade that happened is Hollywood Brown, aka Marquise Brown, gets traded from the Baltimore Ravens to the Arizona Cardinals for a first-round pick. And the Eagles acquire A.J. Brown from the Titans, who then select Burks from, Arkansas. And then the Eagles immediately sign him to a 4-year, $100 million extension with $57 million guaranteed. What? And the Lions did really well from themselves. But the Giants and Jets tonight, holy crap. I mean, they've won this draft so far, at least the first round. But, I mean, again, there was just a lot that happened tonight. I mean, just kind of recapping all this and that and the other thing. And, well, I mean, who knows? I mean, this is just the beginning. Rounds 2 and 3 are tomorrow. And the Vikings have literally the 34th overall pick tomorrow. So literally the second pick in the second round. And I think the 66th pick, which is either the second or third pick in the third round. So, again, we'll just kind of see what happens there. Like, as far as whatever the Vikings, have in mind. Again, I'm not in those, draft meetings. I wasn't in the board meetings and stuff like that. But, again, just another case of Vikings Twitter being the most toxic cesspool I think I've ever fucking seen. But it gets annoying after a while, honestly. But it's also kind of fun, too, at the same time, just to see, I mean, to be fair, though, it's literally all sports as well. It's just like, they do something that you don't want them to do, and you automatically think the world is ending. But the second they do, like what you want them to do or whatever, you're going to the championship game. Whether it be the Super Bowl, Stanley Cup Finals, whatever, like... It just gets frustrating as hell after a while. Also kind of fun, too. But, yeah, I mean, like I say, today was... The first round of the draft was just absolutely nuts. And I'm all for it. I mean, I love chaos because the 2022 offseason in the NFL has just been an absolute... I mean, I can't even script this shit, dude. Like, this has just been crazy. Just absolutely nuts. And it'll be interesting to kind of see what happens moving forward, because there's even a couple more players that potentially could be traded, maybe. But to be fair, I had no idea that Hollywood Brown was even in the mix to be traded. I mean, I heard rumblings that A.J. Brown was holding out or wasn't going to go to, like, their, non-mandatory mini camps and stuff like that. The off-season training programs that are, not mandatory. But, holy crap! So, that was interesting, to say the least. But man, oh man. All I can say is, the way this is going here, who knows what the hell is going to happen in 2022. Because now the NFC East, or the NFC Least, or whatever you want to call it, is now starting to get a little bit, crazier. I mean, because the Eagles have bolstered their team pretty well overall. The Giants got a couple key pieces that'll really be, big moving forward. Plus, they decided not to extend Daniel Jones' fifth-year option, which, again, basically anyone who's watched more than 5 minutes of Daniel Jones, you can kind of understand why, but... And also, that's just very common with the new regime, too. But... yeah, I mean... again, we'll just kind of wait and see what happens, but... because we still got tomorrow and we still got a Saturday for the draft. And, well, I mean... yeah, I mean, if today's any indication of what could potentially happen, well, let's just say I'm all for it, because I love chaos. Why not? The world's already going to hell in a handbasket. It's already crazy as it is out there, so... I mean, why not, Why not? Let's just burn this whole motherfucker to the ground. Cheers. And, yeah, well, also just to kind of do a quick recap on the overall sports world, Minnesota-wise, I should say. The Timberwolves are down 3-2 going into a deciding Game 7 tomorrow against Memphis. And, let's just say I might do a video, like, next week or something like that on my thoughts on the Timberwolves, because... still don't know how I feel about Karl Anthony Towns. But, yeah, I mean... it'll be interesting to see there what the Timberwolves decide to do if this thing implodes. And also the Wild, will begin their playoffs next week, but again with that loss to Arizona, oh god. And ironically enough, we beat Calgary tonight, which, by the way, the last 2 times we played Calgary, we got our cheeks clapped in. But so basically tomorrow it comes down to, can we beat Colorado? And can we stay in front of St. Louis? So, but, yeah, I mean, that'll pretty much wrap this up. Oh, boy. Let's just say, this is going to get crazy. And the sports have been hot, heavy, and thick. Just the way I like it. And also, by the way, did I mention the Twins are currently atop the AL Central after the first month of the season? It'll be interesting to see if the Twins can ride this momentum or whatnot. I mean, again, I don't know if that's saying anything about how good the Twins are or if that's just how bad the AL Central is. You know, it's probably somewhere in between there, but... So, yeah, I mean, until we meet again, this is Jacob. Stay tuned, because like I say, I mean, I do have some more sports videos down the pipeline, especially once we actually get into the NHL playoffs here and all that stuff, so. Cheers, boys. This is going to be a hell of a ride. And with that said, have a good night.